Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the final qualifier race for Chaos Wing Winter Robot Wars, the Final Fantasy Randomizer Winter Tournament. I am DM Stewart 1981. Alongside me in the booth is Classic Gamer 76. How we doing today, Classic Gamer?
I am doing pretty good. I am excited to see this final qualifier race. How about you?
I am looking forward to it. So we've got. I'll tell everyone what the blessings are. The blessings are, because there aren't any malices on these characters. We've got fighters got 20 hit percent and 10 strength. Thief has an extra 20 strength and heal magic. Black belt gets fighter swords and heal plus magic. Red mage can equip shields and has warp. White mage gets improved Thor hammer and legendary swords. Black mage gets temper at level 8 and plus 5 luck.
Yeah,
Why
those
don't
are
you tell
some.
us?
Yep, those are some nice blessings. So, again, this is the same flag set we have been running. For those not familiar with, it's Oops, All Loose, and Shard Hunt. We have 28 shards and we have vanilla spike tiles, so runners will know where the Agama is. They will know where the eye is should they need to do some grinding, although we haven't seen too much grinding so far. We have seen some, and the scaling is a little rough. So we have 100 to 160 for enemies. Bosses are 90 to 180 with their HP 110 to 200%. So Lich 1 will have something like 440 to 800 HP. If he rolls something nasty, he can be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, he could. Not your usual speed bump. Now I forget, do we get free bridge?
I do not believe we do. I remember seeing, I'm pretty sure we do not actually, because I remember runners sometimes being forced off to the left because they did not find that bridge. So you might not be able to go to Provoker right away and check out that level 2 magic. You might be forced to go in the direction of Elfland and see what level 3 magic is. And 4.
I do remember we don't get free canoe. But we do have Northern Docks on.
That is true. So, might be seeing some early floaterless waterfall or sea shrine plays, or maybe even checking out the Oasis, although that's unlikely in this flag set because we have Oops All Loose. And it looks like we're off here.
And let's see some of this magic. We have level 1 nuke.
And level 1 tier 4, I think. Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, level 1 nuke, level 1 tier 4. That's an awfully nice find. And it's red mage learnable too.
Yes, that's very nice. Tier 4 not only restoring all your HP, but removing any status ailments. And the Cat Claws saw for sale for really quite an expensive price.
Oh, I mean, it's cheaper than the Malagame. There's a canoe. There's our canoe in Temple of Fiends.
Yep, so suddenly, we have a whole bunch of...
Shard and Slab. Sorbius went straight over to Dwarf, found a Shard and a Slab. Nope. Looks like he noped out and went back over to Toph.
But Garcerer looks like he's keeping that slab and then heading back towards Toph, so we'll find that canoe. Let's see, go Flame plus 2 armor in Toph Northwest. 2
armor's a nice find. Canal and Bottle from the Royals.
Didn't see if Garland had much of anything, and with level 1 nuke, we might not see if he has much of anything.
Yeah. With level 1 nuke, there's not a whole lot of chance to see any of it. Saber plus 3 is not a bad find. Copper bracelet plus 3 for a reasonable price. That could feasibly be late game or end game armor.
Yes.
No bridge means we do have to head over towards Dwarf Cave Elfland.
Yep, Seed is suggesting it very strongly that we go that way. And Jay Scheidel picks up his slab and is head on. So, the question is, do you head to Elfland or do you maybe check out everyone's favorite cave, Marsh?
I probably do head to Elfland just to see if we get cheap houses and to see what the level 3 magic looks like. Oh, level 3 fast.
Very nice find. This magic is being very generous so far this seed.
Makes me wonder where the other shoe's going to drop.
I've been wondering the same thing.
And Sorbius is doing the Marsh Cave play. I'm on that find a cheap house just in case, because you might want to be able to use some magic coming out and restore all that magic before you do the other half of Marsh Cave.
I agree, a house would be very useful for that. And of course, with Oops All Loose and Shard Hunt, people are going to be checking the top side of Marsh. Not a play you see in many flag sets.
There's nothing so far. Let's see what's in these two chests.
Chime!
And Adamant.
So Marsh provides. And Marsh provides something more than just pain and suffering.
Yeah, Marsh usually provides, but it is usually pain and suffering. Something in Marsh is going to roll nasty. There's just enough enemies in there that come in enough variety of packs. Something's going to be bad.
And one of the things is you could get something like a 16% unrunnable rate, which is actually higher than vanilla. So now you could find something nasty. You might not be able to run from it.
Yeah. You might find, like, ambushing unrunnable nuke spiders.
All right. Fizzlebeef is down at the bottom of Marsh and finds werewolves that start out with slow and heat. And what else do you have? To your point about something rolling nasty in Marsh. That Sorbius is also finding out.
But you can run away from them, so...
It could be worse.
There's a tent. Here's another shard. Couch cache. The vanilla wizard fight. With Stinger.
Yeah. That's annoying.
And
Stinger's not particularly dangerous. But boy, they hit hard. Gargoyles are definitely a monster you don't want to see roll anything because you'll get big packs of them in Earth.
Yeah. Opal Armor +5. That's a decent find.
That's going to be great for a future night.
And those gargoyles are hitting pretty hard too.
Of course, you don't have much armor, and gargoyles will hit multiple times, so they can be very annoying early on. As can scorpions, but Fizzle gets away.
Did not see what that chest in the top right marsh had.
Tracker Notes is not putting anything in Marsh bottom. Marsh top fed everything, and Jay Sheidel's down to just his fighter. We'll see if he can get out.
Thanks, Ale. Ale tells us it was just money.
So basically going to have nothing to do with those werewolves and just nukes them away.
And that's a power bonk. That's a power bonk +6 from that adamant.
Yeah, and did Fizzle actually reset out of it? That's a nice...
Yes, Fizzle did reset out of it. And I don't know why, because that's armor that the fighter can use.
I think maybe he's saying, well, I'll come back later with the TNT and I'll pick it up then.
Yeah, that's a possibility. Sorbius gonna go find out gonna go find out about that power bomb.
I actually have some pretty good weapons here in Elfland. The Silver Sword +4, that's a very good weapon. Silver Dagger +3 is usable if you're
Yeah.
doing Black Mage melee for some reason.
Well, it's also
So
pretty good for that thief before promotion.
that is true.
Scarcer are going to keep that power bonk.
I think level 3 white we had exit among other things, so that's useful, especially getting away
Yeah.
from Marsh. Before I didn't see much and it wasn't on there long. Lock 2 at level 4 black, that's useful.
That is fairly useful. White level 4, I believe, had Invis 2.
It does. That's a very nice. Well, I don't think that is Red Mage or Red Wizard learnable. I think that's white locked, but it's still going to be great for the White Mage.
And Jay Scheidel making his way over towards Crescent Lake, which, I mean, that's got to be the next play.
We'll see what the old men have, as well as maybe check out level 6 magic, although
Okay, that's
past
not
level
bad. That's not bad. 1100 for houses. Silver +6 for 1300.
that is really good.
6. There is endgame armor for your mages.
Glove +5 are cheap, which might be nice until you find a pro ring.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, heck, silver +6. That's endgame armor for a ninja.
Yes.
Scarcer are not even bothering to check level 6 magic, and I don't blame them.
You get the rod from the sages, and I see Ruse and heal 3. It looks like Quad X at level 6.
Yeah, I mean, those are decent spells.
Another
But
thing at
how
white
many?
level 6 is harm 4. I believe we have that improved harm on. Of course, we
Yes.
don't. Oh, Fade is a lower level.
And where's Scheidel headed?
Headed towards Volcano.
Scheidel's going to do the save. Going to do the potential save. Oh, no. Disregard. Thought he was going to do the save scum and go check Volcano, but didn't. Then save within Volcano.
Scarcer. Boy, those are either very hot or very cold fires.
Scarcer using the alternate enemy palettes. Thor +5, which with that white mage that has improved Thor hammer, that's a pretty good find.
Yes, it is, and it's also going to be infinite free lit 2 cats, which is nice.
That is also true.
All right, Sorbius now heading into Volcano. Looks like Fizzle is on his way there. Really haven't seen any divergence so far, but the seed's been pretty clear where it wants everyone to go.
Yeah, it really has.
But from here we have the interesting plays as we could do ice, or we could even go up and check out Provoca and Boitoyas.
So, Sofnum in chat asks if there's anything spicy yet. We have not really seen anything spicy yet. Wizards hit like trucks, but not anything really that spicy.
The keyword there is yet. I mean, we did have the werewolves of slow and heat, but that wasn't too bad, especially with a level 1 nuke. Level 1 nuke and a little turn order does wonders.
Shidell gonna go get that Thor hammer again. We're gonna go get that Thor hammer.
We have everyone in Volcano. I don't think anyone's gotten to armor yet. They're all doing the
They're doing the
hairpins.
hairpins.
And these giants and iguanas are unrunnable. That's a little annoying.
Hey, there's a pro ring. And a white shirt.
Yep, free invis 2,
Opal.
great. Wow,
Opal
Opal
shield.
shield.
Shard.
Armory providing, as it frequently does.
And there's that gray worm looking like a sandwich.
Ice Sword +4, that's good for the fighter and even the red mage if you really want to do red mage melee. Which sometimes you do.
Well, there's a ship.
Yep, that's a nice find. Of course, that's going to spawn in the inner scene. I think that's going to be at the Elfland dock or maybe the Provoca dock. I cannot remember where it spawns when you get it in Volcano.
I think in Elfland? Question mark? Ale in chat says Elfland.
His question is, if you get, well, you got that ship, do you want to go and take care of Carrie and get her 2 shards and maybe find something further down in Volcano, or head off? Yeah, the
Sorbius. Like what Sorbius and Fizzlebeef and Scarcer are doing.
Yep, and I think that's the right play. You don't necessarily have to take out Carrie because this is Shard Hunt. You know, he will give you 2 shards, but you don't need to light the fire orb to get into Topher. Then there's some TNT, so now Fizzle might go get that power bonk that he has the TNT.
Yeah. It's dynamite.
Indeed. Nice chunk of change there as well.
There's a professional cape +3.
Yep, that's a professional strength cape. That's going to be some good armor for a mage, or even a thief at this point.
Yeah, Fizzle's likely to do a river dock on the way out. Opal bonk +6, which, I mean, we've got the power bonk, so of somewhat limited utility.
That is true. I mean, it's going to be really good armor, especially if you have a ribbon and don't care about the death protection. But again, power bonk is going to be much more tempting, especially for... There's a crystal down there in Volcano. I got my floor.
That's gonna make noping out and doing the rest of the doing some more inner sea checks real tempting, because again, as you point out, you do not have to clear carry. It is 2 extra shards, but you don't have to clear it.
Well, I haven't seen everyone's levels, but given the low HP, I'd be a little worried about trying to take on Carrie.
And Fizzle nopes right out.
Yep. I can't blame him. I think that's the right play. Don't risk it. If you really need the 2 shards later, Volcano is pretty quick to get back down, but odds are you won't.
And Fizzle headed straight back to Elfland, gonna pick up that ship.
Right, Scarcer are now down at the bottom of Volcanoes. You get that Orblet in the red D chest, and then probably, I would say, Bale as well. Like I said, there really is no compelling reason to take on Carrie at this point.
Yeah, but I think Ale in Ale in chat is 100% correct. There's a roost stick from Matoya. There is
And then the herb she's been having and loot, yeah.
And some cash.
So French vanilla herb, it's in Matoya's, it's just you don't have to get it from her.
I think still I hit up Provoca.
Definitely see what the pirates have. Check out that level 2 magic. There might be something nice there.
There very well could be. Given how good early magic's been so far.
Fizzle's just going to. Meanwhile, Scarcer doesn't have exit from the looks of it, and so he's having to walk out. But again, Volcano, that's not too bad because you have all the lava tiles.
Might not have charge.
That's also true. And a crown from the pirates.
Which just is more checks you can do on your way out of the inner sea. Well, one more.
Jay Scheidel, this is interesting. I think he's wanting to get a little experience. Oh, he from the Agama. Of course, he cannot warp or exit out, but he's going to have to try to walk the long way with the fighter or try to be carried.
How about level 2 Fade and level 2 Life 2?
How about that? That's some pretty nice magic. What do we have? And we've got
and warp
and lock. And we're skipping the battle where hold is probably most useful, but that's not a bad spell either.
Yeah, it looks like Jay Scheidel's gonna do a little bit of level grind.
Yeah, he's gonna take fights on the way out, get some levels on that fighter. I think that's a good idea, you know. Take advantage of the walking grinds. You know, this is not really a flag set that lends itself to the stationary grinds too much.
Sorbius is headed into ice.
Good proximity play. Did not see what Astos has. We'll find out. Astos survived the nuke. Not the second one.
Didn't survive the second one.
A ribbon.
And there's a bridge.
Yep.
There's a bridge in ice, which at this point is extra. Opal Helm too, but at this point that bridge is just extra XP.
Actually, XP is based on the shards. I think something like 12% or 25% per 8 shards. So it's not even that.
There's a katana -1.
I mean, it's still a katana.
Oof.
Boy, and the Grogers and Wizard Ogres giving Jay Scheidel some trouble with that sleep touch. And the crit doesn't help. Oh, this is painful to watch.
This is bad news, I think, for Jay Scheidel.
Got a Thor hammer and a prayer, which wasn't answered. Meanwhile, Fizzles.
Oxyale in the Ice Cave 6-pack.
That's nice. Like, while the fiends are not required, there are a bunch of chests in there, and you know, Kraken is worth 4 shards, or really lighting the water orb is.
And Fizzle is in Earth.
So we're seeing some divergence here. I mean, again, we've got the rod, and there's a ribbon there on Earth 1.
And Ice +3 armor.
That's going to be very good for a Knight or Ninja. He dropped the Flame +2, which, yeah, the Ice +3 is better, but we've got the Silver +6s, so maybe really don't need to worry about the armor for the Ninja later. Scarcer is taking on the pirate, so he's going to get his crown, which will lead to a ribbon.
And I didn't notice anything else on Sorbius' side and ice. Oh, there's a ruby.
Ruby, that's nice. That'll give Sarda access.
Just
And you never
right as
know.
I say it.
Yep. And you never know. There might be something loose in Titans.
Well, these flags do seem to favor a lot of early loose items.
That's true. I've noticed that as well. Fizzle in Earth 2 now. Probably going to head down, and I don't see any reason why he wouldn't try to clear it fully. I mean, sure,
Fizzle,
which one is a little scarier than he might normally be? You have 2 new casters, though.
Fizzle is a key from Shards and Go mode. Which, that loot was in Volcano, wasn't it? Yeah,
Now I'm trying to remember. The loot was...
It was in the 5-pack room. It was in the 5-pack room on Agma floor. No, it was in Matoya. It was in Matoya.
That's right, yeah, she had...
As Scarcer picks it up.
Right, picks up his Urban Roost stick as well, so be pretty happy about those. Now Sorbius is finding the delight that is level 2 white magic.
Oh yes, also Cure 3.
And there's a key in Earth for Fizzle.
Okay, Fizzle's in Shards and Go.
Meanwhile, there is a vampire and it is gone.
Yeah, say hi to Vampire, say goodbye to Vampire.
Kit Marcus in chat, Earth provides? Yes, and like Marsh, it's providing more than just pain and suffering with all these various monster groups. Sofnum, who rolled this? That would be Danny, so we're waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah. And yes, Ale, it looks like Vorpal and Tail may be floater locked. Scarcer is going to pick up that ribbon.
Yep, he will be happy to see that.
Now, if you are Lord Fizzlebeef, at this point, once you clear, we have these unrunnable eye mages. Let's see what kind of nastiness they've got. Doesn't look like they've got anything, or at least they didn't get to anything because new. Money. If you are Lord Fizzlebeef, after you clear Earth, what are you? That's an X-Cal +4.
Meanwhile, Fizzle finds a ribbon as well.
And that's a tail that is a tail from the Ur. I'm wondering if I need to turn anything else in at this point.
That's a good question. I mean, I don't remember if we have Cardiadocs on. I know we have
Cardiadoc
Northern
is
Docs on.
Cardiadoc is part of Northern Docs.
Okay, I did not know that actually been rolled in together like that. That means yeah,
I'm wondering if we need to turn anything else in. And
that's a good question.
No.
Yeah, if we can get enough shards, I mean, we don't need things like floaters, which could be up on Sky 4 for all we know. And Fizzle's found all 3 ribbons too, so if I was him, I'd be pretty happy about my equipment.
Yeah, I mean, I think I turn in herb. I think I turn in what I've got. Get that X-Cal +4. Get that tail. Go up and promote. and find some shards. Go looking for
Yep.
shards.
I mean, if I have Oxtail, I definitely dive C for all the shards in there. Fizzle
Fizzle
does not.
doesn't, but I think ice. I think he goes and does ice.
Yep. Meanwhile, Lich goes down to the Mighty Thor Hammer on Fizzle's side, so that gets 2 shards from Lich. Fizzle does not have a lot of shards left. That's the only thing he needs to collect, but he does need to collect a bunch.
Well, Sorbius going to look for the shop item, which may or may not be anything.
There's one thing, if I remember correctly about this flag set. I believe the Masa has to be earned in this flag set.
I believe that is correct. I believe the Masa requires a trip to McDonald's. Unrunnable gas D.
Game says, you shall have this experience.
Yes, you shall have the experience pinata. Although it's taken some. Sorry, I'm watching Fizzle for what's in the Dwarf Armory. There was a Dragon Armory.
Yep, I believe that was -1. He's got strong opal armor and a bunch of ribbons, so he doesn't need the dragon armor. You know, Jay Scheidel is now going to promote. Garcer is now diving Earth, so he's going to find the goodies in there and then roll over a speed bump or 2. Really 2.
Yeah, roll over those 2 speed bumps.
One thing, the Masa chest. Whoa.
Wizard Mummy, the Wiz Mummy pack in Waterfall is unrunnable.
The Masa chest will be marked, so it won't be a matter of, you know, checking the chest and boom, you've got a Wormack.
Fizzle's checking all these locked chests.
Yep, never know what goodies you might find in them. I mean, a light axe certainly isn't bad.
Light
That's
axe.
free harm too.
It's free harm too. If you've got a white mage, that's free damage.
Yep, and the floater from the robot. I found something like 3 shards in there, so that's worth it just for the shards alone.
Yeah, Volcano's a nice play. Or Volcano, Waterfall's a nice play.
Well, to be fair, Volcano's a nice play too.
Yeah, Volcano's a nice play too, but.
All right, Sorbius going into Onrak, going to check the shops.
I don't know the wisdom of checking that chest that's way out of Earth TFC.
I mean, really, you know, always question as well, what if that one loose item is in there? And I've seen some nice things end up in that chest. Now, the chest on the right side, Sorbius just grabbed a shard out of. I just remember, I believe that had something like a chime or a cube or a floater in it one time.
Yeah, Sorbius making his way up to mermaids.
Yep. No
Let's see if
key.
he does.
Yep.
Let's see if he does what he should do and carbonate bubbles.
Yep, should definitely carbonate bubbles. Now, he has no key, so he cannot check TFC, and he realized, oh, I promoted. I should throw that white shirt on the white wizard.
Yeah, that would be a smart play.
And Mandy, one of our trackers in chat, like that one time the cube was in that one chest in C. Yes, that would be TFC. I remember that race very well. I wasn't in it, but I was watching. All right, we have Jay Scheidel now going into Earth. He only has a few shards at this point. Really, Volcano did not do him any kindness.
No. Fizzle gets that tail and is headed directly down to promote.
Not much reason to check ordeals. I mean, of course, last Sunday thought there's going to be not much reason to check ordeals, and ordeals ended up being pretty much required just to get all the shards, but not this time.
I mean, it is 9 chests.
Yes.
It is 9 pretty... It is 9 fairly easy to get 2 chests.
Your shark's looking rather green on Sorbius' side.
I can't play with the alternate palettes.
Yeah, neither can I.
Fizzle making his way over to Mirage, which
He
is
has a
not a bad
charm, so
idea
he's...
with that shine.
Yep. Gives a bunch of chests that he can clear. It might be pretty funny if the cube was loose in, Sky 1 or Sky 2, or excuse me, Mirage 1 or Mirage 2.
Oh, Desert Grind. Desert Grind. Come on. You have sandwich and then steak.
Aegis plus 3 for
plus
Sorbius.
3 is nice find.
All right, Sorbius, you know what you need to do. Sorbius.
And there's a massive chest. Sorbius needs to carbonate bubbles and get that Musa.
So the Masa was... Is that Bubbles' room? Did I see that right?
Yes.
So we got the Masa guarded by the Warmick and Bubbles. And Sorbius didn't take on either of them. I can understand fading a Warmack, but he's actually leaving C. That's interesting. Doesn't feel comfortable taking on Kraken, perhaps?
Yeah. I don't know that I would either at those levels. Okay, someone in the chat asks about carbonating bubbles. One of the flags that is on is NPC Guillotine. When you talk to an NPC that only has one thing it says, it will disappear. And the mermaid in that room on the top row that has 2 chests in it says, "Are we going to become Bubbles?" So that mermaid is nicknamed Bubbles. So it is something of a meme in the community to talk to that mermaid and make that mermaid disappear, and it is called carbonating bubbles.
Yep. Lich 1 had damage poison. I don't recall Fizzle seeing that, but eats a few nukes from Scarcer, and he is going to get those 2 orbs from the Earth. Excuse me, those 2 shards from the Earth orb.
Man, I can't even see. Okay, Sorbius is somewhere in the 4th or the 2nd row, so 10 shards.
Fizzle is going to ordeals. At the proximity play, it says, "Oh, there are 9 chests here. I'm going to get some shards."
There's an Ice Sword plus 4 that's loose there in Titans, but I think Sorbius already has an Ice Sword, so...
We've seen Excal, we've seen Katana. We know where the Masa is. We haven't seen the Vorpal yet, but that's like Lefane. I don't think it's worth the...
Lefane, or... It's either Lefane or...
the Fairy.
Fairy.
We do have the bottle, so... I mean, it's not too bad a check, but we've got some good weapons. Of course, you can find that the Vorpal rolled +6.
Yeah, we could find that the Vorpal rolled +6. I am strongly a member of Team Never Vorpal.
Sorbi's checking out Cardia. Fizzle just exits out the ordeals is like zombie dragons, I don't care. See particularly high levels on Fizzle's side, but not surprising. Garcer are now going to check out Mirage.
Fizzle's gonna go. Oh, Fizzle's gonna go check Marsh Locked. There's a cube. Cube's in Cardia.
Gold +5. Did I see that right? Ooh, that's even better than the silver +6, which is itself pretty good.
Sorby is going to go up and check what that bottle turn-in is.
Not even bothering with the magic, but he's checking the item shop.
Going to pick up a decent number of houses in this economy.
And that's an
Opal
Opal
Cheerio.
+1. Yeah. Which is not as good as the gold +5, but that's still going to be pretty good. And that means the Opal is in Lefane, so...
It is one better. It is 1 point better than the Opal or than the gold +5.
Wow.
+5 is... Yeah, +5 is what you need. Or +5 is the difference from one to the next.
Sorby's checking out Mirage's Scarcer exit is going to head elsewhere. Of course, we know where the cube is now, but the runners do not. I didn't see that before. That's a Bane +2 sword. That's actually pretty nice for a Kraken or a Tia. We haven't seen Brack yet.
Yeah, French Vanilla Bane Sword. It's in the right dungeon, just not in the same place. Sorbius is going to go down and check greater than less than. And
I don't
unrunnable booty.
I don't recall seeing much there. Jay Scheidel is going to check out Astos' closet.
And not a whole lot
finds
there.
A fat bunch of nothing.
Fizzle is going to Ice Cave. And Scarcer are also in Ice Cave.
Yeah. You know what? There was actually a black shirt and there's a wizard stick in greater than less one, which wizard stick, I mean, we did see confusion of Tia 2 strats during this tournament. And you have infinite casts of it, and it's actually got Brack's accuracy. It's pretty good. I don't know where that Sun +5 sword came from, but that is a really nice find.
Ooh, it is. Floater. Floater was in Waterfall. If I recall correctly, Pickles and Beer.
Yes, Floater was from the robot in Waterfall.
Now, Sorbius going to head up and look and do Sky. This double wings is certainly is unrunnable, but it's a nice little experience pinata.
Yes, nephew. Sorbius going to be really looking for much other than charge. I mean, he doesn't have the key yet. We know where it is, but he hasn't found it yet. So he would probably do a full clear looking for that key, which we know is an Earth, but Sorbius has not been there yet.
But you know what? I'll bet there is, given what we've seen so far, a pretty decent number of shards up here in Sky.
Yes, it'll be helpful for that. And Sky is great for the walk and grind. You have the eyes, you have the metal slimes.
You have Batman, but even still, they're not as good.
Chugging heal potions in Sky, that brings back memories.
Oh yeah.
Both recent and old. Jay Scheidel is in Elfland picking up some equipment. It's like he's got past his first row of shards too, so...
Coral Sword +5 there on Sky 1. We have not seen any of the... things. Shards. words are hard. Yet, there's one.
Yep. There's another. Sorbius might be close to completing the second row of shards. You will have found that Bane sword, of course. You can also. There's always taking down Tia the old-fashioned way, but there's something fun about baning or bracking her.
Yeah, there is something very fitting about taking out the fiend of air with poison gas.
Yes.
There's another shard. So we've got 3 shards so far in Sky.
Yep. Fizzle is going through the Titan. And to feed him I think it was a ruby for him, because we do have the fun percent flag where the Titan can like all sorts of things. And to find really nothing there. I mean, he did find the Ice +4, but he has that X-Cal +4 and a katana, so...
And there's a defense sword +2, so that's a second ruse item.
Human cardia, oxyonites, and pixel peer. Dude, that's a disgusting seed. Glad I didn't make it. Well, I don't know if Pickles was around for when we revealed who rolled the seed, but it was Danny.
Well, Danny is very well known in the community. Danny is a great person, a great community member.
This is a very tame Danny seed. Yes, so far. I remember one time there's a Danny seed that I think was tame up until Chaos, and I whimsically said in chat, well, waiting for nuclear cure for Chaos. I totally missed that he also had crack, but I was right on those first 3.
There was another shard. There's a 4th shard here in Sky. Sky provides.
Yes. Once again. 5th.
5.
So we're 5, and that will mean 9 if Sorbius takes out Tia. Garcer raiding the Elf Armory.
And Fizzle headed for Mermaids.
Yep. And he can check TFC because he has key. And of course, the question is, though, will he carbonate bubbles?
It's Fizzle. Of course he'll carbonate bubbles. The question isn't will he carbonate bubbles. The question is, will he go for that Mesa? There's 7 cards.
It's like Sorbius is through almost 3 rows, and there wasn't much in TFC, so it's not going to come back to...
Sorbius is going to go up and take out Tia, so that's 11 shards out of Sky for Sorbius.
Garcer is now in Titans, feeding the Ruby. Sorbius going across the Bridge of Destiny. I don't know about running from those red hydras. That's some nice experience there.
Yeah, that's pretty good XP. And chugging heal pots in Sky brings back memories.
Especially, I just see level 16. I don't know if I would be baiting that experience. I mean, I might be casting Fate on it, but...
Sorbius is awful close to levels and go.
And that was not much out of that X-Cal, but of course, usual, the attack came out before the fast.
Of course it did. Sorry, watching this fight. 4 for 407, that's not bad. That's not bad damage.
Tia will have anywhere from 1,100 to 2,000 HP, as I recall. 785, she won't last much longer.
Yeah, that nuke will finish it off.
All right, Fizzle. Oh, Fizzle.
Oh, Fizzle.
I wonder if just the fact that they see the monster chest right there is like, if we carbonate bubbles, is the Wormack going to like jump out? Will Fizzle do Kraken side is my question, and it looks like yes, he is going to.
I think Sorbius is pretty close to being. Okay, Sorbius still needs the key.
Yes. And he's heading to Earth, so he is going to find the key.
Yep.
That will be a key pickup for him.
And I think that is all Sorbius still needs.
Well, we could use more ribbons. Let's see if he goes back and realize.
Yep, there's going in for a ribbon.
So, yeah, the ice plus 3 armor, that will give a little more protection than the opal will. Of course, I just moved the opal to a mage or something, but it'll be better for a knight or a ninja.
There's another shard for Fizzle. Fizzle's.
Danny point out, Fizzle got Axio late. He isn't doing anything that costs extra time. So, like Wormack, I understand not doing the extra time for Wormack, but I think we can always take a little time to carbonate bubbles first.
Well, he walked right where it wouldn't take any. Bubbles was in a position it wouldn't really take any extra time.
Exactly. And ghosts hitting hard like they do.
So if you are enjoying this race, I will say that we have more coming. We have after this race, we'll have our winter tournament bracket reveal at some point. I'm not sure when. And we will have the races for the winter tournament coming up. The winter tournament is double elimination, one race. That is where the bracket. That is the bracket. It is double elimination, single race. We are going to. We also have coming up after the winter tournament is done. We'll have the Duckling Derby, the Duckling Boot Camp, and Duckling Derby for new racers. That is always a fun. That is always a fun time.
Right, meanwhile, we have Fizzle taking on Kraken. He's going to go fast, attack, going with speed and power strats as he is known for.
And you can get involved with all of these events by joining the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord.
Indeed, and Fizzle takes down Kraken, so that's going to be 4 more shards for him. He also does not have good levels and also gets lobsters one step after Kraken, but having the ninja up front, he is able to ambush them and run.
And there's that key for Sorbius. And does Sorbius not have all the shards?
Scarcer, meanwhile, is in Waterfall from the looks at it, so he's about to pick up his floater. That looks suspiciously like the reptile chest.
While we're at it, I would like to give a big shout out to our restreamer Darkmoon and our trackers, who are Maddie and Giganot.
That's a floater for Scarcer. Meanwhile, Fizzle's about to go into Waterfall. He's going to pick up shards. I don't think he's going to care about the floater too much.
Yes, Isabel's after, sorry.
Sorbius about to raid Earth Armory. And he's
Finds that
realized.
ribbon. Let's
Yep.
gonna drop something for to get that ribbon.
Yep, and he also needs to equip it. I don't think he did that.
Not sure that Sorbius did.
Right, Scarcer is now in D. Is going to go to Mermaid's side. Now, we are 0 for 2 with Bubbles Carbonation. We're also 0 for 2 for taking on Warmac, but I can understand that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jay Shidell, okay. Is he going to carbonate Bubbles?
Nope.
Oh my gosh, we are 0 for 3. Scarcer is our last hope.
And Sorbius going to clear out Lich, and that should be all of the. That should be, if I have the numbers correct, that should be his. It should be all the shards.
Fizzle picking up some level 6 black and white magic. Picked up Quad X, picked up Heal 3. Those are some good spells to have. Scarcer, meanwhile, finds nothing in TFC.
Yeah, Sorbius is double checking the magic. Picking up Tier 4 on that night, which is a really good pickup.
See, one thing if they're by Elfland is definitely to pick up fast on the ninja. Meanwhile, Sorbius is going to enter Topher. He's going to, at the very least, try it out. Of course, you can always do the Topher free grind.
Yep, Sorbius headed. Sorbius into Topher at about 54.25.
Right. Meanwhile,
nice run off the hard reset.
Meanwhile, Fizzle, needing a few shards, decides, well, I don't carry to search around. I'm just going to go light the fire orb. Okay, Scarcer. Thank you, Scarcer. Finally, we have some carbonation. Now the question is, you going to take on the Warmac too?
Yep, that's what it looks like.
Spicy.
No, one benefit of taking on the Warmech is that you do get to see some things. You do get to potentially eliminate some options from the Topher fiends, the Topher refights.
If you see something like the Cure 4 or the Fast coming out, you know, well, Chaos isn't going to have those. Kraken's going to have. If you see Lightning 2 come out, that means more room for nasty stuff on the fiends.
Right. But that knowledge is not necessarily a bad thing to have.
Meanwhile, Sorbius, I thought I might have seen a Lich too, but it is gone. Mormec has Crack, and down goes the Knight. And the White Wizard. Ooh, Ninja hits for 1 damage. That's not good.
But that Warmech is down.
Alright. Garcia disassembles the Warmech. Gets a Masa. I think that was -1, but it's still a Masa.
I mean, it's still a Masa. No disassemble, Johnny 5.
That gets Garcia up to 19 most characters. White Wizard's a little lower, but still, I mean, that's another thing about Warmech. You get a nice level boost from him because he has a ton of experience.
You get all the XP.
I like what Fizzle did there. Went back to Canary and picked up Nuke on that ninja.
Yes. Fizzle heading into Topher. And once we get a finisher on screen, we will go through all of the finishers up to that point.
Right, Sorbius is on carry 2. He was pretty nasty last Sunday. Let's see what happens today.
Nuclear.
Yep.
Oh, we at least know one of the nuclears is out.
Yes. Of course, there are 4 nuclears in the pool, and the worrisome thing for the runners is, though they don't know it, we did not see much on Warmac. So we still have 3 nuclears, all 3 nukes, Cure 4 in the pool. Slow 2. And John Burkhead in chat, that is one very angry night for Sorbius. Yes, it is. Those things is... Life 2 was night learnable. I don't know if Sorbius picked that up, but that's really big, especially since Kraken 2 is known to just love to go after life casters. We never did see Life 1.
No, we did not.
So it was at a high level that no one bothered to check.
And there's Kraken 2 down.
Yeah, there's... So I'm guessing maybe that Knight did have Life 2, given that Kraken 2 tried to attack him.
Yeah, probably. Well, if it... Well, level 2, all level 2 slots are burnable.
Yes. The question is, did he go back and get it, which I think he might have. Oops, Sorbius with the warp miss menu.
Miss menu.
Yep.
That happens.
Yes, it does. Fizzle, meanwhile, nuking down some bad men. Although not as bad as some bad men. And really, the Fiends are not like Sorbius' Knight, which is, fortunate for him, well armored. 4 hits, 456, and now Fast goes off, so... Now we'll see how angry that Knight gets.
Blizzard.
And Excal gets a great elemental bonus, and Fade takes down Tia 2. But it's not going to get it against Chaos, because Chaos has no type.
Yes, but Excal +4 still hits like a truck.
Yes. It's still a very powerful sword. Fizzle re-entering Topher. I did not see what happened.
No, Fizzle's exited out and saved. He did a Topher 3 grind.
Yeah. Also got Ninja got killed by the Phantom. I don't know if that was just a hard hit or some nasty ability. But we have Sorbius versus Chaos. Right shirt, fasting the Ninja. The swings. 3 hits, 185. That's not great. Lightning 2 takes down the Red Wizard, White Shirt, and a Power Bonk on the Knight. I like it. Now the Knight swings. 4 hits.
638.
Yep. Like you said, that Excal still hits like a truck, even if it doesn't get the type bonus. 2 hits, 67. The Katana not doing as well. Of course, it did roll -1. 3 hits.
And Excal with the +4 does have a pretty good crit rate.
Yes, it does. Meanwhile,
6 for
Starcer is baning Kraken 1. Love to see it. Chaos gives Sorbius a little bit of a chill with Ice 2. Cure 4 on the Ninja, topping him off. Unless Chaos pulls off something nasty. And Stun's not going to be it. Sorbius has got this.
Yeah, Sorbius looking pretty solid.
Of course, my apologies if I end up commentator cursing Sorbius.
And that'll
Oh,
do it. Sorbius is finished. Sorbius does complete. So we will go. So I will go through all of the finishers up to Sorbius. We had a forfeit. We had Spellzap a winner at 54.44. We had Chanigan finishing in second, 59.33. We had another forfeit. We have Sorbius in third. First on the stream, third overall, 102.02.
all right, get your GGs out in chat for Sorbius. See if he wants to come in. All right, meanwhile, we have Fizzle down to Kraken 2's floor already. And looks like Jay Shidell is riding on some Agamas.
Yep,
Very safe in Volcano. You don't have the off-tile encounters.
exactly. You have no off-step encounters. You can get levels relatively quickly.
Right, Fizzle taking on Kraken 2, giving Kraken 2 a conundrum because Fizzle's not taking any white mages, and Kraken 2 is down. Yep, so Fizzle's now up to his low 20s. That should be fine.
Yeah, we didn't see anything really nasty on that chaos.
No, he did not. Right, Scarcer heading down into the Volcano. I think he's probably just a few shards short, so he's looking to get them versus carry in similar manner as Fizzle. He's now taking on Tia 2. Fast on the melee. Tia 2's like Here's a Blizzard, which does pretty much nothing. 10 hits, 576. 356. 7 hits, 139. A nuke comes out. Low roll, 118. Tia's like, I'm so shocked. Here's a lightning too. Much hits, 1151, and that is the end of Tia 2 for Fizzle.
And Fizzle about to pull chaos.
Yep.
And there is Sorbius. GG to you, sir.
Thank you.
Well, Chaos had Inferno. I don't think we saw that with Sorbius, but with lots of elemental protection, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, the only one that would have hurt is the Red Mage, and he was not important after getting those fasts off.
Fizzle using that temper the Black Mage started with on the night.
5 for 778 is a nice. That's a nice bit of damage. Yeah,
About
it doesn't matter
435?
that fake bonus isn't there because that's an awful lot of just plain old hack with the sword damage.
Yep. Chaos did have Nuclear, although the matter takes down the Mage. Could be another Nuclear something could cause a problem, and then Fizzle uses Got Cure 4 on the night, heals up, it's like out of nuke range. Going full on offense, not worrying about the ninja.
Chaos has pretty high absorb. Oh, that'll do. Fizzlebeef a winner, or Fizzlebeef completes. So after Sorbius, we have a forfeit. We have Adam Droop finishing in fourth with a 105.13. Sirenis in fifth with a 105.45. We have another forfeit, and there Fizzlebeef in sixth overall, second on the stream with a time of 106.29. GG to you, Fizzlebeef.
Hello.
Gee.
So, boy, it turns out there was an easier way through that seed, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I wish I found it.
I was like, Earth Cave is stinky, I'm gonna let you in Earth Cave. And then later I was like, I should go back into Earth Cave. And I'm glad I did, because that would have been very bad.
And Scheidel about full speed bump 2. And Scarcerer is headed through the beginning of Earth Cave. Earth floor.
So you
Yeah.
both saw the Warmech chest.
Mhm.
Did either of you consider taking it, and did you realize you could have carbonated bubbles without releasing the Warmech? Both of you.
No, and Bubbles tried to kill me, so no. We're getting out of there.
I decided to save the 4 frames by not carbonating bubbles, and I made a mental note of Warmech and said, I'll come back for this if I find the key very soon and need the XP. And I did not find the key very soon, so I did not go back.
Scarcer by Lich 2. Meanwhile, Jay Shaidel's by Carry 2.
Yep. And is healing up after Carry 2.
Carry
Yeah,
2.
I had the key. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yep, Carry 2 did have a nuclear. Scarcer going with basically speed and power strats and takes her down. Yep, go ahead.
Yeah, I had the key. I went straight to Earth after Volcano, because there's always something in Earth. No, the thing that perplexed me for the longest time is where the stupid floater was.
Yeah, floater in waterfall is kind of ugly.
Mhm.
Floater in like 4 shards? That's pretty stacked.
Mhm. And then realizing that I was only 1 shard short, and I would have had that shard if I had just gone aggressive and tried to fight Carrie at that time, but I looked at my party at the end of Volcano and was just like, man, 1 AoE is just going to turn this into a bad day. Let's just exit.
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad play. Both Scarcer and Jay Scheidel on Kraken 2 at the moment. Scheidel drops Kraken 2. Scarcer early in the fight.
Kraken 2 takes down Scarcer's ninja, and the knight takes down Kraken 2.
Given how much
thank
grief
you.
I've gotten from Kraken, I was happy when my fighter crit him for 1900 damage. That felt pretty good.
Thank you, Fizzlebeef, for letting us know. At 9 p.m. Eastern tonight, the bracket reveal stream will happen.
Meanwhile, Jay Scheidel on Tier 2 as Scarcer pulls up to Tier 2.
As I recall, Tia 2 didn't have much. Or at least didn't have time to get to it.
Tier 2 already down for Jay Scheidel. Scarcer going swing, can't remember, and then fast. Of course, ninja attacks before fast comes out because RNG.
So even though we had even though it was an XCal plus 4 still hits pretty hard.
Mhm.
And Scarcer down Tia 2.
Yeah, Xcal does not have a high crit rate, vanilla, but plus 4 is going to have a pretty decent crit rate. I think I'll give it up to that's like a plus 12 bonus.
And Scarcer out full chaos. And I like what Jay Scheidel did here, putting the 2 mages in front.
Can be a blade of meat shields. Chaos is like, you may fool me with the black mage, but now I see where your knight is.
but that night's hitting harder than Kraken 2 hitting a life caster.
That is very true. Get the crits this time around, but Nuke finishes
That'll
off
do it.
Chaos. GG's out in chat for Jay Shidell. Between Fizzle Beef and Jay Shidell, we had Life Reboot finishing at 107.37, Fillory 14 finishing 108.09, Krillin finishing at 108.16, Herbie B finishing at 108.38, Sunflash Room finishing at 110.45, and then Jay Shidell finishes at 112.24. So meanwhile, Scursor is on Chaos.
So that is 12th. That is 112.24 for Jay Shidell's time. That is 12th overall and 3rd on the stream.
Chaos did have a little bit of evade.
It did have a little evade. Had Inferno, which does hurt a little bit. GG to you, Jay Shidell. Welcome.
Yep, thanks.
So your thoughts?
Volcano could have been a lot better, but otherwise I like this one. I don't know how many times I bounced out.
Oh.
Yeah, Volcano
What?
did you dirty.
Yeah.
What was in there?
Just anything. Tried walking out with a fighter solo because I knew it couldn't take on carry, and then don't remember what got me on like the 3rd floor.
It was the Wiz Ogre. It was the Wiz Ogre Grover.
Yes, it was the sleep. It was the sleep thing.
Also,
God,
GG Scarcerer
GG.
with a time of 113.54.
Yep, he's 13th overall after Jay Shidell. So, question for Jay Shidell is: when you saw that Warmech, were you tempted to take it, and were you tempted to carbonate Bubbles?
Nope, and she wasn't in my way, so nope.
Well, Scarcer, you did take on Warmech and carbonated Bubbles. Thank you. So, what were your thoughts on taking Warmech? I know that does give some info for Topher and some good levels. You get the Masa. Was there anything else that led you to take him on?
I was just upset that I saw someone finish and wanted to beat something up.
There you go. That's a good reason.
I mean, it works. What were your thoughts on the magic?
Magic was great. I'm glad I went over to Provoca. Level 2 magic was pretty nice. I forgot about Life 2 until the end because I was relying so much on Fade. It would have been nice to put Life 2 on my fighter. Yeah.
Where was Temper at? I know we had it in the Red Mage, but
Level
7.
7 Gaia.
Temper was on the Black Mage.
Black Mage, yeah, whatever. I had it free. That's all I need.
Forgotten that.
Yeah. Of course, if I read that correctly, it was actually Red Wizard learnable because it was in the Vanilla Ice 3 spot. And I think Brack actually landed Vanilla, not that anyone needed it.
Yeah, not with this magic.
Yeah.
No, I picked up Temper on the Red Mage just in case I happened to get a charge for it, but I stopped at 21, so no charges for Red Mage. And then I just plumb forgot that the Black Mage had it for free at level 8.
I wasn't hitting any more shops at that time, so I'm like, whatever, I've got a power bonk. We'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
XCal
I mean,
plus 4
that's
will
valid.
do decent work with only like a bonk or two.
Yeah. And Fast was so cheap, I knew I could just spam it like crazy in Topher.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a valid strategy.
Just fast made the XCal work for my White Mage.
Yep.
Yeah.
GG to all of you. Good luck in the brackets.
Yep. Definitely see what happens there. Now, some of your levels lagged behind the shard and item count. I know you saw Jay Shidell taking Agamas and Scarcer, you took out Warmack, and I believe we saw Topher 3 grind from you. Those, what were your overall thoughts as far as that goes when you went in there, because like you said, you obviously had to take some levels. And Scorpius, I don't think we saw a grind out of you of any type, or we missed
walking grind in the sky.
Yeah, I did 2 or 3 Agamas when I was in Volcano because I wanted to get the exit charges, and then I just basically fought all the unrunnables I ran into in the sky. And the unrunnables late in Topher, that was it.
We have another finisher. We have Thavion Hawk finishing in 127.25.
Yeah, the only grind I took before Topher was I took some fights outside of Volcano so that I could get an exit charge on my red mage before I went in, and then I didn't take another non-necessary fight until the 3rd floor of Topher.
I was trying to debate if the 3rd floor of Topher or those Agas would be faster, because I was right there for my last shard.
The Agama, yes, you can get through it quickly enough, but I still feel like you're losing efficiency just because of how wide the chasm is between like a single Agama and like 4 Yasties or 9 Badmen.
I just knew we had a really long run, and then like 2 really quick, and then a really long run again.
So Cube was in Cardia Forest.
Makes sense.
Yep.
It pretty much had to be Cardia. Those were the only places I hadn't gone left.
Fizzle, I was surprised when you docked and went into the desert that you didn't take the 2 sandworms and then the steak.
Nope. Ain't got time for that. Until the shards cap out, the scaling is not worth taking any fights. At least in my opinion, with a 4-man party in this flag set.
Fair enough.
The only thing I will maybe take is a blue stake, and that's only if I think I can 1-round it.
And this is why you are going to be one of the high seeds, and I'm not running this turn.
The seed forced everyone's. Go ahead, DM.
I see two sandwiches. I think that's free XP.
Yeah.
Are we talking about things going on tonight? Because I know that we can start talking about things going on tonight if you want.
Let's talk about things going on tonight.
I just went through the sheet and I populated the first 39 seeds for our brackets, which means we're going to have a wheel for 8 names that Fizzle's going to be running, and then you're going to go over bracket tonight as well, aren't you, Fizzle?
It's going to be tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to be there, and some of the other committee members are going to be there, possibly Danny, still working it out, who's going to be there, but there will be a stream, and there will be art.
Oh, God. At least it's only 8 names I have to suffer through.
But there will be art. You heard it here first.
Anyway, you guys get back to it. I was just prompting that reminder, and you finished discussing.
Yes, and there will be the bracket reveal tonight.
Yes, on the Final Fantasy Randomizer Twitch channel. Thank you, Danny.
Thank you, Danny. Also, Danny, thank you for rolling a fun seed.
That's why her seeds are more popular than Dark Moon's right now.
We do still have two runners that are not on stream running the seed. Are we ready to go to final thoughts, or?
I have one quick question for the runners. Basically routed you up until really about Volcano, and then we started seeing some divergence. What was everyone's thoughts after Volcano?
My thought was I focus on Fiend Dungeons. Fiend Dungeons most of the time will provide everything I need in this flag set. And then once those ran dry, it was just a case of taking them kind of in proximity order. or at least in the most efficient order I could think of. And then it's, gosh dang it, it was waterfall this whole time.
Yeah, I was thinking I'm there. I'm gonna do Ice Cave, chase whatever comes out of Ice Cave, and go from there.
Yeah, I left Ice Cave abandoned because Earth. I hate Earth. I love Earth. Earth.
Ugh, I hate Earth. I was worried about Earth with that walk cycle because the beginning's great, but then you're gonna get 5 or 6 encounters just back to back right at the end. Right around the time when you're on the floor right before Lich, and that did not seem like something I wanted to deal with at like level 4. So
Just to note, we have Magius completing in 132.40.
Level 1 Duke, level 2 Fade. Nothing to fear from unrunnables in Earth.
fair.
Yeah.
And level 3 exit, so I mean you get a couple of charges to exit and a few houses. Okay. I'll take some bites and exit out, run a house, and go in, and if I get into any more unrunnable issues, I can exit out and use a house.
Well, hints were so cheap, I was just spamming them forever with that long run.
Alrighty, I think we're ready to go on to final thoughts. So, Sorbius, what your final thoughts?
That's probably the kindest of these seats that I've had. Nothing was gross in Marsh Cave. Nothing was gross in Topher. I don't know, I had spells, I had gear, like it was just fun. It was just like a nice, comfy seed where I just did the thing. It was good. I've spent a lot of these races getting to Topher on good pace and then getting wrecked by Kraken or Tiamat or Chaos, so it was nice to not have that big experience this time.
Fizzle, final thoughts.
Waterfall is for dumbs.
At least it wasn't the Caravan Merchant.
I checked there before Waterfall.
Me too.
Jay Scheidel, any final thoughts?
Pretty much everyone else said. I totally forgot about those Sleeping Wiz ogres, though, so thank you for that memory again. But it was fun.
Yes. And Scarcer, any final thoughts?
Nah, I should have faded Marsh.
Alrighty, well.
And your final thoughts, Classic Gamer?
Alrighty. Well, I think it was a fun scene. I'd like to thank our runners for putting on a great show. I'd like to thank you, DM Stewart, for, being my co-coms. Big shout-outs to our trackers, Giganut and Maddie Isabel Zephyr, for doing a great job clicking the buttons and keeping us honest. And, thank you to RPG Limit Break for hosting us. And thanks to everyone in chat. You have been great. And thank you to Darkmoon, our restreamer, and Stuart, on to you. Oh, and Magius, by the way, has finished the 15th on stream, 132.40, and that is everyone. We had Dustplume, Oslodo, Demon RHK, Kumo, Papa Dukes, and Ravioli 50 all did not finish. So there might have been some nastiness we didn't see. We got lucky. All right,
That's
take
very
us home,
possible.
DM Stewart.
Hey, bracket reveal stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern Time on Final Fantasy Randomizer's Twitch channel. Keep an eye out for further winter tournament races coming up. Join the Discord if you are enjoying this. If you want to get involved in running this and you are new to the Final Fantasy Randomizer, we have the Duckling Boot Camp and Duckling Derby coming up soon. Coming up after winter tournament is over. Both of those are run off the Discord. We also get weekly Duckling seeds that are curated for newer runners. And on behalf of all of the Final Fantasy Randomizer team, and thank you again to RPG Limit Break for hosting us. So on behalf of all of all of the team, I have been DM Stewart 1981. Have a great day, everybody.